So if today we are going to study arsenic and camphor. So the first remedy, arsenic album, the sphere of action. It is a very clear sphere of action. The mucous membranes, the right apex of lungs, spleen, skin. The positions are cold fruits, ice creams, quinine, grief, worry, fright. And we have a lot of people who have been probably I can say subjected to quinine nowadays, which HCQ. There has been an overuse of HCQ, and hence quinine is one of the positive factors of RSAL. And the mentals are, there is great anxiety, extreme restlessness, agonizing fear of death. We are all familiar with the type of fear that arsenic has, the despair of recovery, the violence where she pulls her hair, bites her nails, fault finding, accepting, very difficult to please, anxiety which is better by emotion, then desires to be carried fast, and the fastidiousness are the mentals of arsenic. Arsenic has three dispositional patterns, when the patient is ill. One is there is depression, melancholic, despairing, indifference. Other could be anxious, fearful, restless, full of anguish. And the third could be irritable, sensitive, peevish, easily vexed. Now, this is what we looked around, is this, where there is an anxiety, there is despair of recovery, there is fastidiousness, fault-findingness. So these are the three dispositional qualities that arsenic puts up when, he's ill or not well. And the greater the suffering, the greater is the anguish, the greater is the restlessness, and the greater is the fear of death. So, as the disease progresses, the anxiety, the anguish, the restlessness becomes more and more progressive. But we find that, there is great exhaustion after slightest exertion. There is very restless. Patients are very restless. Restlessness in affected parts. The prostration seems to be out of proportion to the rest of the illness. And there is even rapid emaciation. Pains are burning like fire, better by heat. There is putrid, cadaverous odors. Destructive processes are very quick with arsenic, like carbuncles, gangrenes. There is great thirst for cold drinks. Septic infections and low vitality. So one of the very good remedies for septic infections with low vitalities, and hence, most of the diseases where there are comorbidities like diabetes, blood pressure, heart problems, they all tend to, have a good application of arsenic around in that particular area. There is dropsy, pale, puffy, baggy-like swelling. And the modalities are, the patient is worse around 2 a.m. after midnight. Cold drinks aggravate. Though we know that, they have a desire for cold drinks, but cold drink immediately distresses. And cold food, cold air, quinine, drinking liquids. There is amelioration by hot application, hot food, hot drinks, warm wraps. Lying with head elevated, especially when the patient is breathless, patient is more comfortable by keeping his head elevated. And there is a very sensation of burning like fire all throughout the body. As if hot needles or wires are being, poked around. And, this is very characteristic, which is better by heat. So burning better by heat is a hallmark symptom of arsenic album. So what are the COVID symptoms? The COVID symptoms are nose feels stopped up. And we know that, COVID, there is always generally more a dry sorts of, coryza that is there. Cannot bear smell and sight of food. Unable to lie down, fear suffocation. There is shortness of breath. darting pain through the upper third of the right lung. That's a very characteristic symptom of arsenic, where the pain is in, or the inflammation or the process is generally on the upper third of the right lung. Arsenic albums during fever have a very short chilly stage, and there is a prolonged fever, and very little or no perspiration. So when you have somebody who has a very short chilly stage with a long prolonged heat stage and a little or no perspiration, that will be arsenic. And one of the very important symptoms is there is dyspnea during chill stage. So in the chill stage, the patient has a dyspnea. So what are the confirmatory symptoms? Pain with shortness of breath, chilliness, sinking of strength. So whenever there is going to be pain, there is in arsenic going to be shortness of breath, there is going to be either chilliness or there is going to be sinking of strength. There is an uneasiness in the lower limbs, cannot lie still at night, restless feet. The restlessness and the exhaustion, is so very prominent in arsenic that they find it difficult to move around. And because of that, the legs, are the commonest source of the restlessness. The uneasiness is more seen in the lower limbs. And since the nighttime aggravation is the hallmark of arsenic also, that's why it is generally the nighttime where you find that the patient is having a very restless feet around. And one of the commonest causations of COVID-19 was, and that is what bad effects from animal matter, whether by inoculation, ingestion, or olfaction. So decayed metals, any bad effects of animal matter, wherever they have been consumed, arsenic album is a remedy that is to be thought of. Arsenic patients generally drink often, but little at a time. And they eat seldom, but much. So there is a contradiction which probably comes around, where, if you find patients who drink often, very often, but at little at a time, but eat, maybe the exhaustion is not felt by lying still, but when he moves, he's surprised to find him so weak. This is one of the very important features which patient will complain to you. He doesn't feel that exhaustion at all when he's lying down, but when he's about to, that is a weakness that is out of proportion to the problem. That forms one of the hallmark features of arsenic album. Now we come to camphor. The sphere of action of camphors are also very, very clear. One, it is the digestive tract and the cerebrospinal nerves, where camphor has its sphere of action. The causations are cold drafts, suppressed eruptions. So suppression in any form, and one finds that in COVID-19, basically there is less of secretions and less of discharges as such. Even the nose, there is a dryness of the nose. The throat has a dryness. There is a lack of those discharges, which a free flowing discharge we are talking of. Sunstroke is one of the other causations. Vexations, operations. The mentals are, there is great anxiety and extreme restlessness. Anguish at night as if dying, relieved when seeing her alive. So, the patient has this fear that, at night that she will die. But then when, in the morning she feels she's alive, she's relieved that, okay, now I'm good. And we see that also is one of the other part which comes around from, where does that come from? Where relieved when seeing her alive. There is destructiveness of clothes. She tears on her clothes. The same which we find in arsenic, the violence of the patient. There is quarrelsomeness, darkness aggravates, insensibility, vanishing of all senses. Even anxiety gets vanished off sometimes. Though there is great anxiety and restlessness, you find patient is absolutely free of anxiety. Because the brain has got so benumbed, so there is everything is the senses have got vanished, the sensations have gone vanished, the anxiety has got vanished. Words from inattention, that is very typical. Relieved when seeing her alive. When seeing her alive, meaning there is a type of attention when she brings to herself. She finds that is a relief. So any inattention tends to aggravate camphor patient. So we'll see when we come into physicals. one of the very characteristic symptom of camphor. And memory weak, confusion of mind, which we find in most of the pneumonia cases, where there is confusion of mind, is one of the important diagnostic criteria of pneumonias. If you have been there with my pneumonia thing, I had given you those 5 criteria which help us in prognosticating pneumonia patients. One of the important points of camphor physicals are LGDT. Now, what is LGDT? LGDT is a very important word which is given, which sums up a lot of things. There is coldness, there is prostration, and there is, I have seen patients with hypotension. They just collapse, they go into very cold, prostrated, there is a total weakness. That word is LGDT. He cannot get warm enough. And there is a feeling of a cold wind blowing all over the body. And this is generally true at the start of colds or any other disease also. When there's a beginning of cold, the patient will feel that he is extremely chilly. Like, the chilliness can go to the level of even hepatic cells, sorinum. That type of chilliness that is there. So there is a state of collapse. Camphoras generally are one of the good remedies for collapse state, where the patient is icy cold and yet averse to cover. That is very characteristic of camphor. And they dislike covering. Even one of the other remedies also has that coldness with aversion to cover. And that remedy is sickle core. Alternatively, with internal burning and anxiousness. So there is icy coldness with aversion to cover or with internal burning and anxiousness. But in sickle core, there is burning inside, outside cover. There is sudden weakness, fainting spells, which grow worse. As the disease progresses, the weakness and the fainting spell, grow more worse and worse. With arsenic, it will be the restlessness, it will be the anxiety increasing. The pulse is very small, weak, and scarcely perceptible. There is profound weakness. Face is pale, blue lips. Just the collapse state and the state that is there, you will have a hardly perceptible pulse, weak weakness, and there is a bluishness of the lips. Face is gone, absolutely pale. The modalities are it's aggravated cold, drafts, when half asleep. That's what we are talking of, inattention. When you are in a state of not sleep and you are in a state of sleep, how your attention goes away. And that's the time when, camphoras get aggravated. Now, isn't it characteristic that how the whole picture goes through in a remedy? Suppressions, mental exertions, they all aggravate camphora patients. They are ameliorated by free discharges, sweat, eruption. Thinking of complaint ameliorates, because thinking of complaint again comes from a state of giving attention. So when you pay attention to the pain will go away. Like Helleborus. Sensations are coldness, cramps, convulsions with mental anguish. So they have a lot of coldness, but with that there is cramps and pains which are convulsive pains, and there is a mental anguish which is there. And the COVID symptoms are nose stopped up feeling, fluent coryza on sudden change of weather, coryza in old age. There is rattling in throat, violent dry cough, breath is almost complete arrest of breathing, and sudden inflammatory fevers. That was the type of symptoms that camphors will come up with in COVID disease. And the confirmatory symptoms would be pain, which is better when thinking about them. There is coldness of limbs and cramps of calves. This is one of the very important symptoms of camphor. That with the coldness of limbs, the icy coldness limbs that you find, there will be cramps in the calves. Coryza in the first stage, when the nose is stuffed up and the inspired air feels cold. Chilly between scapulae before colds. So before the cold happens, patient characteristically feels a chilly feeling, below the scapulae. Or with the cold, you will find that there is, patient has become very, once the cold sets in, that is where, the direction of camphor gets set in there. There is a long-lasting chill without thirst in fever. So if there is fever, you will find that the patient has a very long-lasting chill and there is no thirst. And the important indications influenza, headaches with catarrhal symptoms. When the patient has headache, more headache with catarrhal symptoms during influenza, during sneezing, That also is one of the important indications of camphor. So that was arsenic. This is camphor. Now let us, study the differentiating features between the two. Actually, there are a lot of similarities, and that is where the confusion comes between arsenic and camphor. And you can see suddenness is a hallmark feature of arsenic as well as of camphor. Chilly patient, better by heat, desire to uncover. Though there is no direct heat application that ameliorates, it's a desire to uncover that. Thirsty, both have an unquenchable thirst, burning thirst. Fear of death, both have fear of death. There is anguish and restlessness in both the remedies to the same extent. There is prostration, weakness, exhaustion. There is burning in stomach, both the remedies. There is coldness, external coldness that is there. So you find that both the remedies have a very close feature coming around, and the similarities are very difficult to differentiate. The other features are ones that probably help us into differentiating the remedies. Whereas arsenic is better by lying with head elevated. The peculiarity is cannot bear sight and smell of food. In camphor, there is a cold breath. Mentals are that there is fastidiousness, there is despair of recovery. Arsenics are very clear about that, they are not going to get better. They are not going to go back to home, they are not going to reach home. Anxiety, which is better by motion. Whereas camphors have aggravated by darkness. Even night aggravation is there in camphor. Anxiety just gets off, patient becomes oblivious to the anxiety that was there before, and you'll find that what happened. So chest is pain through upper third of the right lung in arsenic, whereas in camphor, it is almost complete arrest of breathing. And tongues is very, very important thing which can probably help us or guide us in selecting a remedy. The tongue is very dry, clean and red in arsal, whereas in camphor, it is bluish. So we have covered two important remedies, arsenic album and camphor. And I think by now we would be clear about the distinguishing features between arsenic album and camphor.